Okay, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Nadia Putraji, and today I'm on the government team. Will give my argument about this house as a parent from middle-income family would adopt free-range parenting as opposite to helicopter parenting. This motion is certainly very interesting. As a parent, of course, many are worried about their children. But do you realize that if we can provide and implement free parenting, it will provide more positive impact on their children? Of course, we still give them reasonable limits not to exceed, then we can be more open to our children and our children can feel more comfortable sharing about their day to us as a parent. But before we get into the discussion, it will be better for me to explain the definition of helicopter parenting. So, helicopter parenting is a system where parents control their children more in carrying out activities. They supervise their children more closely to ensure their children's life remains in good condition. Then, after I giving the definition of helicopter parenting, I will move on to the definition of free-range parenting. So, free-range parenting is a parenting system that gives the children freedom in various matters so that it can make it easier for children to explore about but still within reasonable limits. We know that perhaps many parents are worried about their children if they are given too much freedom, especially teenagers, where at the time they're looking for their identity. But to convincing the audience, I will give reason that you can understand and the jury can consider it about them. As a government team, of course, I agree with this motion. This time as a parent from a middle class income family would adopt free-range parenting as opposed to helicopter parenting, namely not without a normal reason. But this is a factor that as a parent should be taken into account in order to be able to choose free-range parenting as a parenting that they can do. So, first, children can express themselves more. Why I put this reason in the first place? Because with this reason, you can think twice about agreeing with my opinion. By providing free-range parenting, the children they care for will be able to express themselves more because as a parent, we give them time and space to do activities they like so that parents expect children can grow according that what's with them. 2. Develop of independence. Children who are usually always restrained, they pay too much attention to anything, they tend not to be able to decide or even choose what they will choose later. I often find this thing like this around my environment because usually they are the result of helicopter parenting because too often in everything they are directed by their parents. When they grow up, they will still depend on their parents too, and there will be less independence. 3. Reduce the presence of children harboring their own problems. From the free-range parenting system are free to do anything. So, this parenting system can make children trust their parent more and reduce the possibility of children harboring problems in silence. What happened? This child is silent and doesn't want to tell about what happened. We usually find this in helicopter parenting. Children tend to be afraid of saying something that happened to them. It could be that the child experienced like the harassment, violence, and also bullying. But because they know this is not in line with their parents usually tempt them to do, they tend to be afraid and prefer to remain silent. Rather than later, this could become a problem. 4. Reduce stress. With a free-range parenting system, it will make children feel more enjoy, happy, and there's no pressure from their parents. They can be free to express themselves. Children are not constrained to be forced to choose according to what their parents want, but in a free-range parenting, children can fairly choose the path they want and stay within the norm. From here, children can pursue it, such as if they are superior in drawing, then children are free to draw and will later be allowed to become an artist. Note that as long as within the normal limits. From here, this child will not have any pressure and the child have not to be stressed or worst of all, commit suicide. 5. Learning from mistake. Children who tend to be directed at helicopter parenting will be more graded or even overprotective, perhaps with the aim of this being so that the child is minimized from making mistake. But are you aware that If the child is not taught what is the wrong, what is the right, this will cause the child difficulties later, because actually mistakes are also an important lesson in child growth and also development. From you hear the reason for how important it is for us middle class parents to choose the free range parenting as a better parenting method. This time I will be given an example of why we should agree to choose the free range parenting. We can find a real evidence of this around us. For example, me. I was born in a middle class family with my parents implementing a free range parenting system. I felt the impact myself that I grew into a person who is confident, enthusiastic, and open to anyone. Every time after school, I always tell what I experienced today. From there, I can also get advice from my parents that there were some lessons that maybe I shouldn't have done, and I made those mistakes into introspection to be better person. With a middle class economy as a parent, of course, you can also support your children, like with a free range parenting to fill the free time with the hobbies they like and support them to make the child even more enthusiastic about growing and also developing. From here, we can pull a link back to that. Of course, our children not always be a kid forever, but they will grow up to parents too. Therefore, it is important to provide good parenting for them, because what they feel will be what they will teach. Therefore, it is better to use the explanation I have explained. So, I'm Nadia Putraji. As the government team, I hope the audience and also the jury can consider it. Thank you.